What's up, guys? I'm simulcasting right now on Periscope. So let me get this situated 1 second. And then I will get you your Creative Collective messages. All right, cool. Let's rock and roll. What's up, J Pebble? Spirit, highest possible messages. What's up, Khaled? There's a lot of like annoying, pestering energies that I'm picking up on. It seems like illusory though. I wouldn't pay it any mind. It just seems like just petty, pestering, insignificant. Like it's like you're too big to fail in a weird way. I know that sounds completely obnoxious, but the forces that are against you right now, they're like fires crying in the sun. You know, it's you can't stop. The momentum that you have going for you, and every instance or moment of anything that in the former paradigm could have rubbed you the wrong way. Now it's nothing. You're like Neo in the Matrix, basically. Nothing can stop you. I mean that in like the most spiritual, humble, confident way. So yeah, you got the High Priestess. This is the Virgo card. Like you have such a firm understanding of the language of energies and the sustainability of packages of energies that are surrounded by you. So it's like, what's up? How's it going, Sasha? Um, so those energy tensions, they can't sustain themselves. They have to go away. So that's what's happening. Yeah, see right here, you're the Seven of Wands right now. It's you're at a heightened point of leverage right now, and no one could fuck with you right now. Because you see it from a mile away. Everything and anything, you see it from a mile away. You've been there, you've done that. You're on your way. You're like a rocket ship right now, and even more so, you're both on your way and you're there already. I'm telling you, man, I'm getting some like Neo in the Matrix type shit, like some paradoxical. There is no spoon because you got the High Priestess here, and you're at this leverage point, So it's funny because the Seven of Wands wanted to flip in the reverse as well. So it's like even that you're coming out of it, but you're still doing it because you got the Star card in reverse. So you're doing it on your own. You got the Sun card. I mean, it's read 'em and weep. Like you can't make that up. You got the Star card and the Sun card. So I'm getting like a lot of like as above, so below magician energy. Okay. With the Star card and the Sun card. This is like baby magician right here. You see the red cloak. He's divinely guided and watched over. He's unfazed and unfettered. Even in this moment of duress, because he has the High Priestess, infinite mother divine energy watching over him. No matter what, he's guided. He's guided by the moon and the sun. through his, tribulations. This is some like archetypal, storytelling right here, but it's true. You got the Seven of Swords, strategizing, straight and narrow stuff, letting things play out as they must, seeing it for what it is. You got dual sevens here, double spirituality, both in your way of thinking and your way of looking at the situation, and optimal judo move with your wands energy, the Seven of Wands energy, knowing when and where to direct any physical efforts, as well as mental efforts. um, you have faith and hope restored in yourself, and this is what gives you your self-fulfillment, your yin and yang. You have this trinity within the self. You have this duality meeting in agreement. You know, it's like from the shade of the moon, the mother watches the sun. You know, so you could be feeling some type of way in regards to an actual relationship with your mother, but for all intents and purposes, as I said, the ball has already been put in motion, and fate and destiny are involved now. Okay. You do have the Six of Wands in reverse, so this is an internal victory. Okay. Certain people in your life are supposed to flip switches, open doors, turn knobs, and spin wheels and press buttons and flick switches and open gates and close corridors, and there's just like these functioning players on the stage, and they do these things for you, and then they probably go back to maybe being like a difficult character, philosophically, spiritually, because they're only meant to do something in the physical world for you, but they're not supposed to necessarily know what it is that they've done, and yet still it may advance you in what you're doing. And then likewise, there might be foes and figures that may not know what it is that they're doing to you energetically. And still it goes on like this, but everything is grist for the mill. It's fuel for the fodder, and all that stuff. So let me get some more. You got the Six of Cups in reverse. I think you're coming out of nostalgia energy. You're not being manipulated by any soulmate contracts. You're kind of, again, seeing things for what it is. A lot of people want to gain leverage in your life just based on the fact that you do have these sorts of relationships where they're supposed to push buttons and pull levers and open doors and close gateways and, provide transportation, and they want to hold you to it, but they don't understand that they're just merely, a vessel or a point of transportation or a means to an end. And, we could both simultaneously have these, dual aspects of certain personalities in our lives, that we could agree upon with or not, but either way, it's helping you get to your destination. And like I said, we're like a rocket ship taking off, but we're able to sustain the duality of space and time and the dimensional relational aspects, the relationship aspects of space and time, because we know that the 5D is within, and thus we're already there internally. Hence why you always hear people say, oh, your twin flame or the money or the, all these things that you could want or need, they're already inside of you, so to speak. Quite literally. Yeah, see, I got the Lover's card, twin flame soulmate. So you're already unified in the 5D within. This is the twin flame soulmate card within. Okay. So it could have been an internalization of this recognizing, of this understanding, to go back with the moon and the sun aspects and the elements. Okay, you're unified within. You no longer need externalized versions of lessons or entities that you've learned how to internalize. And once you've internalized, you could have this holographic representation in a new paradigm, matrix holographic projection in your 3D realm now, because now the 3D is taking instructions from your 5D, which is your happy, whole, and complete. You've learned, and you already are in this moment, past, present, future, embracing of your singularity, of your wholeness, of your duality, of the yin and yang, masculine, feminine within. And thus, it is not a thing that your three-dimensional realm can sustain anymore. It's like a crashing wave that's just blowing down the beach, It's just that's just what it is right now. And speaking of waves and beaches and bays and, looking out in the ocean, you might feel, again, like you're not making progress with the Two of Wands in reverse, but, progress is a state, and it's a phenomena of space and time. We're outside of space and time. Okay, I mean, for God's sakes, I'm communicating in this recorded video, and you're watching it on a playback when you can. So we've already transcended space and time technologically in this reality. So if that's not enough evidence for you, then, I don't know where what it is. You got the Hermit card. Okay. You're able to have this hermitage in your 3D reality because you're able to see the value internally, the wealth of your creativity internally. You're able to have found the light within. This is how you can sustain your own light and your own energy. It's like a self-fulfilling, self-feeding feedback loop. And it's enjoyable because, union for eternity would just get boring. So you got to make a blip in the perfection, so to speak, and have some actual experience. So you got the Two of Cups in reverse. So you could be feeling like there's no offers coming through or something. But again, when it rains, it pours, and these things happen in waves, and these things happen in, epic destructive points. And, pretty soon that and I don't mean this in like a pejorative way or a negative way, but like that bubble is gonna pop, that like that water bubble in your ear, is gonna pop. It's gonna come out of your ear, so to speak. It's just, you gotta kind of have a way with it. You feel like there's no cup being presented. You're coming out of a third-party situation, okay? But this is going to give birth to this new Empress energy, which is new beginnings. It's that bubble popping. It's that water bubble popping. It's that water birth emerging. And again, to use the analogy with the shuttle taking off, you're already there because you've already been in union in different incarnations, and you've already experienced it all, past, present, and future. Now you're just enjoying the process of doing it. So if it seems like you can't comprehend time and space, it's because it doesn't really exist. You go home, you go to bed at night, and you go home spiritually to the DMT realm. And it's neither here nor there. Life is a dream. And then, you're in the midst of, you playing the game of being a human being and trying to manifest your highest reality. Well, the only way that you can have a highest reality is to first not have it. So if you feel like you're going through the period in the phase of not having it, it's because you incarnated in this reality of, hey, look, I'm going to be this person who gets this thing, who attains this thing, and then who gets to experience the joyous phenomena of being a human and living this epic fucking story in this tale. And the only reason you're able to do that is if you are a master of your own ship, master of your own domain, and start from the bottom and live it and experience it. And, you know, a part of doing that is having this, you know, demon seed energy sucking thing in you that is not content. That's a part of it. As much as you may not want to admit, or this, that, and the third, like that's a part of it. Is like, you know, it's kind of like it's like putting away like, you know, 10% of your paycheck or something. You might be feeling wishes unfulfilled right now, but that's because that energy is going somewhere slowly and surely. And that's not to say that you're putting off your enjoyment of now, but like I said, you know, you have to have you know, nighttime so you can have daytime. But, you know, while we're doing that, it's like, sure, let's play some tarot and let's see if we could figure out, like, you know, if we could have fun and play with reality, because after all, that's what reality is, right? It's anything could happen. We could manifest, incarnate, and pull in our highest reality at, you know, any time we so seek and choose. Anything could happen. And that's like again, it's all about like that tuning frequency, you know, that's what I mean when I say that, you know, we're launching and yet we're already there. It's this mixed bag of, you know, hobnobbing with reality. Yeah, see the Five of Pentacles, you might feel cold, but at the same time you got the Two of Cups. So it's like, you know, the spirit and reality is playing with you right now in a way. And of course, you know, it's like, you know, I choose. It's basically perception is reality right here, and it's just like, yeah, I choose to be in union with the Two of Cups, and I'm already there, and I act as if, and I'm happy, and I'm whole, and I'm complete, and that's that. Spirit highest final possible messages for the people out there in TV land. Guys, I got the website, I got the YouTube, I got the Patreon. Okay. Links in the bio and description. Feel free to hit me up for a specific one-on-one reading. You know, this is just like a general philosophy type, you know, cast right now. Not really getting into any specificities, but just kind of talking very broadly, very vaguely, very superficially, just in regards to the energies of reality. We got the King of Swords, using communication, analytics to, you know, achieve anything that you would want. You got the Strength in reverse, showing internal strength. Through the process of new beginnings, it's double Empress confirmation because the Empress is the one who controls the line. With your poise, you're showing logical and emotional maturity. You're basically a leader. You're a great leader right now, both emotionally and analytically. You're showing signs of the Emperor, actually. Because I did see the King of Wands earlier. All that we're missing is the King of Pentacles. So, but you have the Five of Cups in reverse, which is always a good card despite the image, because you're coming out of this emotional spilled milk, and you're realizing that you do want to salvage this Two of Cups, and you are excited and happy about the energies of, hey, look, anything could happen. Like, this is what I do. You got the Judgment, Eight of Swords, Period of Judgment. It's like, the universe is evaluating, and you're just like, it's almost as if like you're so outside of the bubble of evaluation because you're so ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like you're so outside of the bubble of evaluation because you're so ahead of the game. Yeah, you got the Queen of Cups, so that's a relationship right there. Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, Gemini, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. You got the Temperance, Divine Timing, Death and Rebirth with the Death card in reverse. It's my Phoenix from the Ashes. Ten of Cups. You're trying to give birth to this Ten of Cups in the upright. Spirit, anything we could do? Just maintain balance, maintain the dance. Two of Pentacles, pick the highest options if you have options with the Seven of Cups. Okay, yeah, you're waiting out this injustice. You know it can't last forever. You know it can't sustain forever. And while you're doing it, you're coming out of heartbreak with the Three of Swords in reverse. You're marking your own tradition with the Hierophant in reverse. You're encouraged to take more risks and leaps of faith with the Fool card, especially since you're not committed or bound with the Four of Wands in reverse. You got the Knight of Wands coming in for some engagement, some fast, hot action possibly. With the Devil card, some steamy sex stuff coming out of the third-party situation with the Three of Cups. The Sagittarius is a wounded healer with the Nine of Wands coming out of this pity party. I don't know who it might be a Sag. Page of Pentacles. It's just like coming out of this petty offer. Somebody's trying to offer you something. Page of Swords, but you're not having it. You're using your sword because you see them for what they are. This is all past energy. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like a false karmic with the Queen of Pentacles. You're coming out of a period of rest, so you're looking for in a period of feeling like you missed a cup. So yeah, like I said, like these happen in the ebbs and flows and waves. So just hold your horses because it's gonna come. It's like you have you got the King of Pentacles right here. You got your fishing rod, and it's funny because it's like so you had the Queen of Pentacles, and you thought that you waiting for the Queen of Pentacles as the King of Pentacles archetype was what was up, but what really is up is that you were waiting for your own King of Pentacles to show up within the self and your own spirit messages, because that was the last king that you were waiting to embody the Emperor energy. And now that message and that reality is becoming clear because you were all hell bent on like this. Oh, I'm the King of Pentacles. I'm the King of Pentacles. And hey, I see my Queen of Pentacles, divine masculine to divine feminine, or, vice versa, non-gender specific. But basically one entity is saying like, oh, I know that I'm this. I know that I'm this archetype. And I see you as my counterpart archetype. But what you really had to do was construct the archetypes of the kings within you. And again, gender not specific if you're a male or female watching this. This is kind of what I'm getting. This is that like you knew who you were already, but you got lost in the sauce in the sense that you didn't have the whole picture. It's like you had a puzzle piece of a cloud, but then you got like more of the puzzle pieces, and then you realize like the whole picture was of like a play set or like a some sort of playground. So you're like, oh, okay. I just thought it was just like the sky or something. So it was just something way more. It was something way more than that. And you got the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay, so there's way more to the pictures, to the puzzle pieces that you're getting. You got the 8 of Cups and going for your 10 cups. You're leaving this situation emotionally because now you're like, oh, okay. I thought I knew that I was this archetype, but really I was this archetype not, using the King of Pentacles example, not for the Queen of Pentacles. I was this King of Pentacles so that I could become the Emperor, so that I could get my Empress. That's where this whole birth analogy is coming from. Because things are about to launch right now. Things are in the process of like ignition, check the measurements and calibrate the, how do you put the brakes on these things, and you're coming out of this feeling burdened that you felt that oh, how could this cycle play itself again where I was such a fool and I thought this was the person for me and da 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 da, and I thought this was my soulmate, or I thought this was my archetype, or so you're coming across these situations, but really truly you were settling actually, because now you're starting to realize and see that there was so much more bigger and greater scale, grander scale than you actually thought, really, truly. And that's the only reason why you were tripping is not you weren't tripping for a bad cause. You were tripping because you were like, oh man, I didn't get my piece of cake. But the reason you didn't get your piece of cake is because you got the whole cake coming in store for you. See, first you were dealing with breadcrumbs, and then you were like ready to get at the table and chomping at the bit to salivating and like, oh, finally I'm gonna get my piece of cake. And then the universe is like, no, 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 dear, you get this whole thing. You get this whole graduation cake because you've completed this major cycle. And here's a realization of that. It's this aha moment, minor arcana tower moment with the Ace of Swords here. So you're just having this great revelation, and the thing about that is that it takes so much maturity and so much to be able to see the bigger picture and to see what you have coming for you and from you and towards you. It's just mind-boggling. It really is. Again, you got the Ten of Pentacles. It's just mind-boggling because yeah, here you go. You got the Emperor. It's like you're gonna see it, and you're not gonna believe it when it does come, because you're so used to these false starts. Like, look at the look on his face. He doesn't even believe it himself. And it's like, yes, you've amounted to this level of greatness over all the kings themselves, all the queens themselves. And it's just like, you're just like, damn. But it's almost like, that element of having to see your own greatness based on understanding. Yeah, you got the World card. Based on the understanding of who you truly are. And it's like you can only see that. You can only see that when it's it's just so mind-boggling, because it's when you see what you're manifesting and what you're creating, and when it comes to fruition, and when you start to get those big white whales and those big breaks, and it's like the bottom's gonna fall out. It's like the dam's gonna break, and it's just everything's just gonna hit at once, and you're just gonna be like, wow, so happy that you didn't quit. So happy that you didn't quit. You're going to be thanking your lucky stars that you did not quit. because, baby, you have so much coming for you. And I'm telling you, it's all going to hit at once. I'll bet the house on that. It's all going to hit at once. So, remain confident, remain hopeful, keep faith, keep trust in the universe. Tap into that exciting, magical, anything could happen possibility energy because it's alive and well. And trust in the divine order and timing of things, and God's plan of things, because He's only going to want to reflect down to you the most awesome of awesomes, fit for an emperor. And it's just like, it's all going to hit at once, I'm telling you. Spirit, final cards for this message. Again, guys, if you want a direct one-on-one reading to get way more specific, less vague, less general, although I do believe and know in my heart and hearts that whoever views this message, it's right up your alley. It's directly for you. We're in the same boat. I'm, of course, reading this as a message for myself as well, but whoever's, hung in there for this long, this is definitely for you to hear. So yeah, appreciate you sticking around. Yeah, it's like you're seeing all these lives pass. It's like this whole, I'm telling you, man, that whole death and rebirth thing, you're just seeing all these lives go, 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 go. And it's like, I'm just getting that, everything is hitting you all at once, like a near-death experience type thing, where all your past incarnations and lives and woes and dramas and all that bullshit is going away. It's all like, whoop. Check it. Telling you. Look at it. You got the Victory card, 6 of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands, the World card, and the 10 of Pentacles. If that's not the greatest hand that I've ever seen, it's just it's insane. Victory, aha moment, epiphany, Ace of Swords, realizing what it is, then the offer coming in, then the engagement, then the passion, then the complete, the whole new world, and the 10 of Pentacles. It's just insane. It's insane. I can't say enough about the fact that all these cards came out upright. And the reason I was flipping is because I knew there was something. Because the cards that I was seeing all come out when I was doing this rapid flip right now, that's all past life drama bullshit. That you're just like, huh, you must be crazy. Like, you must be crazy. Look at all that stuff. All in the upright. All in the upright. I just shuffled this deck. All in the upright. It's just insane. Smoking. Somebody stop me. I'm telling you, man. It's just crazy. Never seen that before in my life. The World card and the Ten of Pentacles. 3 aces. Knight of Cups. 6 of Wands. What the fuck? And the only ace that you were missing was the Ace of Pentacles. Again, settling for breadcrumbs because you got the 10 of Pentacles. It's like, what? It's just crazy. Yeah, man. It's just such good vibes, such good energy, such good tuning. Tuning into that, just the highest, beyond your wildest fathomings, imaginations. Tuning into that highest reality and just killing it on all levels, banging on all cylinders, and just, this is beautiful. You just got so much in store for you. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm telling you, man, like, something's a brewing, man. It's brewing, and this is just the beginning. So, feel free to like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, YouTube, Running Gun Tarot, Patreon, Running Gun Tarot, runandguntarot.com. All my links are all connected on my social media platforms. Feel free to email, call me, text, whatever you'd like for a direct reading, one-on-one. Love you guys. And yeah, say bye-bye to the past bullshit. Never again. Not going back. And love you a lot, guys. And let's get it. Peace, guys. Let me shut off these dual broadcasts. Light and love.